And we're live, everyone. This is amateurgamer, and I'll be returning to Beyond All Reason. And this will hopefully be the first of many games where I will be providing commentary. I'm still new to the replay system, so if I do some dumb stuff, please please forgive me for that. And anyways, this is gonna be a 4v4 on the Isidis Crack 1.0 map. So I'm gonna play, and on the bottom left corner we have Barbar, Mauve, Torkilled, and Thumbfisk. Forgive me if I butcher these names. I am probably gonna butcher a lot of them. And on the top right corner we have Ramthus, Macquartz, Serenth, and Snedjok 4777. And note that I am just getting these replays from the website, and I have no idea what to expect, because I think that's kind of the fun part. I don't know how to get rid of this arrow. I'm assuming it's made by maybe Barbar, because that's what the color is. Maybe that's where they're gonna start expanding. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't know the outcome. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going blind, and I think that's kind of fun because, and I mean, part of it is I don't know what the outcome is, so I'll be quite surprised about what will happen, and at the same time, since I'm pretty new, it's probably not a bad idea to just start with probably not a bad idea to just start with random matches and get a feel of it. I to the map maker. Lunch is the map maker? Huh, interesting. Anyways, I think we have a very standard solar collector. Yeah, I was gonna say no wind turbines for yellow. I mean, these winds are not bad. Like, you can get a fair bit of energy. And solar collector just takes more time. And also more metals, if I remember correctly. Let me double check as I'm saying. Yeah, it takes more metal, so early on when metal is more of a luxury, getting wind turbines probably isn't a bad idea. And I'm actually surprised how much information we have. And oh my god, all of these cursors. So, so we have vehicle plant from red and I guess that's pink. I'll call it pink. Vehicle plant. We have a bot lab for yellow, and is that orange? It looks like orange on the mini map. Green, we have vehicle plants, vehicle. Ooh, did they all go vehicle? Nope, one bot lab. So we have Blue's commander already moving forward, getting some sentry up. Trying to, I guess, cut the map in half. I'm assuming these are inaccessible, which means that if they can hold this area, that'd be good. And right now, sending grunts forward through here may not be the wisest thing. I do hear combat. Man, no. One day I'll figure out how this works. But anyways, we see a bunch of grunts. That is the problem with static defenses. It's just that they're static. They can't move. So if your opponent could bypass them and you leave certain areas open, but it looks like... Is that purple? Yes. Man, these two colors are very similar. To me, at least. but it does look like they're trying to cover these two flanks, and purple is going for less of a like greedy play. Like greedy play would be probably advancing to here to cut this off, but this is so much more open. And right now these grunts are able to kite. Wow, I say kite, but they were taking damage. I was confusing them with the other unit. I can't remember. Anyways, let me try to see if I could figure out what I was thinking of. Pawn. Yeah, I think pawn is they have a shorter range, so you could kite them to a certain extent. But anyways, we're seeing. I am quite surprised by. Oh, I was like, huh, there is. Okay, I didn't realize they formed a line here. I was expecting these meta extractor to be set here, but this is where the two sides are split up. We do have a radar. We have a radar on both sides, but they're also kind of close to the front. I'm not sure if they need to be that far forward though. It does make them easier to get picked off. And we do see some of these aggravators meant to take out the enemy static defenses. And we do see a steady push in this area. We do have some light tanks to help support the commander as they expand forward. Okay, for a moment I'm like, what is this? I'm like, that's really expensive if you build that many defenses. So yeah, there's kind of a clear cut. This area is a bit wide open though. Seems like orange is content not pushing forward, which might be a mistake because allowing purple. I think that is purple. Or is that also blue? Different shade of blue. I don't know. I'm calling it purple because otherwise my brain's gonna. Anyways, right now, yellow is working on dealing with these defenses, and they're doing a pretty good job. And I don't. And I think because of that, blue is investing more on holding this area than try to push more forward. And here we do have a bunch of pawns, which may not be the Rocketeers are better options as long as they get the line of sight. Yeah, we're basically seeing both sides trying to take a crack. Ooh, we have missile trucks. These are medium assault. Yeah, fast assault tanks might not fare too well here. I mean, that's the thing. Okay, I was gonna say they at least have some defenses, but one guard isn't gonna help them have a fallback. And Pink's commander is already engaged, so who won that engagement? I mean, if all of these missile trucks are taken out, I say green have a slight advantage because right now Pink's commander's also engaged here, and I can't say if that's a very good approach. So right now green is trying to salvage all of this metal. So using that bot will matter. Ooh, that's a bit late building that. I would probably fall back. I mean, it kind of depends on if they actually have units supporting. Actually, never mind. Okay, that commander wasn't at that big of a risk. Ooh, if Pink's not paying attention, Pink might lose their commander. Oh, it might be too late. Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't take. Wait. Did green also lose? Okay, so that was a trade. If it felt like they were too close and both sides. Okay. It probably wasn't the trade both sides wanted, but I guess it's something. Now pink has to, like, relying on constructors is definitely necessary later on. It's just losing the build power of the commander that will be felt. And while I was too busy watching two commanders annihilate each other, here we are seeing a lot more aggravators in this area. Aggravators with grunts kind of lighting the way. I mean, the grunts aren't gonna take very many hits. That's for sure. And that's the thing, like for yellow, if the enemies stay passive, they could get so much return from their rocket bots. Oh, are we gonna get more trades between commanders? And in terms of the economy, yeah, green and pink are like, it doesn't matter if we lose our commander, we'll proceed. Really? Red is building wind turbines this far forward? Like, I would definitely build it further back, because if the enemies start taking this out, Red's energy economy is gonna be in shambles. And you don't recover very quickly once your economy's down. Because at that point, there's gonna be a pretty big deficit. They do have these missile tanks. I mean, it doesn't look like both sides are going very heavy for rocket vehicles or rocket bots. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, since both sides are fairly reliant on their static defenses. But yeah, this is what I meant earlier. Like, if... What is... What is orange relying on? I feel like orange doesn't have much of an economy. Oh, is that a bot? That could be a bot. Bar. That might explain it. So that actually means that is that also a bot? I don't think so. I don't know. I can't tell. See, that's the thing. Like, when it comes to games, especially if you have a lot of new players and bad players like me, you can't tell if it's a bot or if it's a player. So sometimes bots seems way better. Yeah, none of those are going to survive. I think they're gonna focus down the Cortex Commander though. Light Plasma Bot. Yeah, if they could keep chipping away at the Commander. Do they have short range jamming? Am I blind? Like, yeah. Okay, I was like, they have a radar, right? Yeah, it's just further back, which makes more sense to me. In the meantime, we have blue. Yeah, blue and yellow are just kind of skirmishing around this area. And then we do have red trying to push forward. Pink is... Wait. Melv. Share 1 unit. Is that a tier 2? Oh, there is, yeah, there is a tier 2 construction bot. Unlike, the only reason you would share a unit would be a tier 2 constructor. Yeah, currently it's just kind of an engagement pushing for some territory. Though I would be very careful with for yellow because, I mean, okay, let me put it this way. Orange does have a sizable force here. I think both of these are blue, man. This, or maybe one is some very light shade of violet. Alright, looks like we have a bit of a standstill. I mean, it is nice when you could see projectiles, so you can see they're just kind of dancing around and trying to see if they could probe for weaknesses. There are some more missile trucks. I mean, if they're just going in alone, it's not a great. Okay, there's a push from red, and I just gonna call this violet, and that's quite a push. Damn. They're forcing them back. The question is, can they break through? Because if they can't... Oh, they're all making a push. Okay, I see. Orange... Right, so... I still can't tell if orange is a bot or not. But orange did assess the situation and be like, I'm going to push forward and crush this flank, instead of allowing them to have a way of... Oh, yeah. They're pushing really deep. I don't know what blue's trying to accomplish. Especially with these light artillery vehicles that far forward. Like, I wonder if that's a mistake. Did you also get... Yeah, a tier 2 constructor. It's interesting. Okay, let's speed it up. I think I'm slowly getting a hang of it. Dragon's Teeth are also interesting. Like, I don't remember what their cost is. Right, 8 medals, but they do deny an area, like, for an enemy to destroy it. It's not exactly a good use of one's time. Okay, are they slowly pushing here? Because we'll be honest, in terms of defenses, it's not great here. And they're using that brute to, I do wonder if now they left this area too weakly defended. Ooh. I mean, using your commander well is not a bad idea if it helps you make a breakthrough. And right now, from the looks of it, it's still taking a while for them to... And also pink is still just steadily pushing forward. Is pink at least taking all of these mana extractors? Not really. I feel like the metal extractors on here will tend to be pretty safe. I haven't seen any aircrafts. Ooh, okay, there are the tier 2 metal extractors. So going for that does mean Teal is not building as many units, and this could be the opening yellow needs, because if yellow could successfully Yeah, yellow is making a push. And if yellow could... See, that's the thing. Right now, trading units isn't necessarily a good trade. But if yellow could start taking out some of blue's economy, they will feel it. Looks like they aren't able to make a breakthrough. But meanwhile, orange is pushing back here. Ooh, did they scout out that this area is weakly defended? Wait, did the purple lose their commander? I don't see the commander, so I think they might have. Okay, maybe 2 times is too fast. I don't see the commander. Oh wait, no, back. They're back. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, yeah, the fact that you have tier 2 units. Blue has nothing. I mean, overall, it felt like earlier there was a lot of units lost for very little gains. And I do feel like yellow especially was able to put a lot of pressure on blue. Like, they were trying to get these, you know, tier 2 metal extractors, but they didn't have the units. And then after that, it was just a matter of cleaning things up. But I did notice that, like, in terms of gifting tier 2 constructor, the bottom left did it much sooner, and that honestly made all the difference. I mean, I still think this was a pretty risky, but I guess when you need your commander closer to the front line, you probably don't have the kind of luxury. So overall, yeah, it was a pretty even fight for a bit. I'm just gonna pause because I actually don't know what happens if it ends. If it just... But yeah, earlier on... Is that a bot? Or is that just someone who plays really passive? I mean, I felt like for a long time, Orange didn't have much of an economy. Yellow was the one that... I think Yellow was the one that got... The one who got tier 2? Yeah. Yeah, Yellow was the one who got the rocket bots. And was kind of... I guess skirmishing with the enemy. It wasn't an actual push. But once they realized there wasn't much left, they just... I do think that Yellow didn't have confidence in pushing through until they got the Sheldon. At that point, they're like... The top right are like, yeah, we don't have anything against it. I think they got their tier 2 a little too late. And in the meantime, they just didn't have enough units. Like, static defenses can buy you some time, but lacking proper units and allowing Yellow's rocket bots basically pushing through the halfway point didn't help. I mean, we could clearly see that at some point most of the defenses that were set up along the, you know, middle of the map were gone. Like, you just can't keep them alive. Overall, that was quite a learning experience because, as I mentioned, I'm still learning myself, so seeing how a lot of these works, the strategy of players, it's cool. I'm hoping that by doing commentary, I can also learn on how to improve on my games. As we have seen, Static defenses can only do so much, and if you rely on them, enemy uses rocket, bots, or vehicles, and suddenly they're not gonna cut it. Sheldon. Anyways, I think that's it. Destroying enemy resource production. Destroying enemy units and defenses. Efficient use of resources, doing everything. Malware produced the most resources. Frontis took the most damage. Which kind of makes sense. They were kind of at the front of, like, most of the engagement was happening between yellow and blue. And yeah, red really, surprised red didn't create the most. I guess they just made the most use of it. I mean, it already says. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm hoping to do one of these each week in place of my short tutorials, because I think I covered what little I know, and the rest of it I need to keep learning. So I'm going to end the video here. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a good one.